I got an email from a young professional recently and they said, Rebecca, I just got a management position and I have a great idea for the future of our organization. How do I sell this upstream? It's a question I get a lot, and it's one that I think can be broken down in 4 easy steps, 2 of which are not intuitive to most young professionals. Here's the first step, and this is one of the pieces that's not intuitive. Ask yourself if you're the right person to sell your idea, right? Sometimes we're in twitchy relationships with our bosses, and maybe they're not used to hearing from a younger professional, or maybe they're just not open to ideas generally. But there may be one other person in the organization who has the ear of your boss, who has the ear of the person who can make the decision to give your great idea a yes. So, step 1, ask yourself, are you the right person to sell this idea to your boss? The second step is to build your case. Here's where you've got to do 2 things. You've got to think like an attorney, right? Build your case. Who do you need to hear from? What kind of evidence do you need? What kind of proof are you going to have to lay in front of your boss to prove that your idea is a great idea? But then there's another component to this. Try to think like your boss. Put yourself on the other side of the desk, or run your idea, your case, your evidence past somebody who can think like your boss so that they can test drive the questions that you're probably going to ask when you present your idea to your boss. Here's the third step. You've got to package your idea in a way that's going to stick with your boss. You know, most times people see spreadsheets and statistics all day long, and frankly, those things make a lot of people's eyes roll back in your head. Now, maybe your boss isn't like that. Maybe your boss loves data, so you need tons of data, checklists, linear equations, all those things. But for many of you, your idea is going to stick if it has some sort of an emotional hook with your boss. Here's an example. Let's say you have an idea to make a significant change in the organization. I don't know what it might be. You know what your idea is. But how do you sell the concept of change to a boss that might be a little change resistant? Well, listen, maybe you know that your boss is a huge Jon BonJovi fan. So maybe you want to go in and talk a little bit about Jon BonJovi and show him this picture. In the 80s, Jon BonJovi had big hair. But to stay relevant, Jon BonJovi had to tame the hair down for relevance in the 21st century. Even Bon Jovi had to change his hair in order to be relevant moving forward. Maybe that's the hook. I know it's quirky, but you know with your boss what the hook, what the stickiness, what the emotional attachment can be. So you've got the right person asking, you've built your case, and you've figured out what the emotional hook is going to be for your boss. Now you've got to sell it. Here's a little hint. Often, bosses aren't willing to do something super risk-taking, really big, something that's going to have high impact. So ask for a bite-sized yes. Sometimes just asking for a pilot program, or can we test it for a month, or a quarter, or half a year, right? Or can I just have a small team to work on it? That's something that your boss can say yes to. So make sure that the thing you ask for is something that your boss can easily say yes to. Maybe it's just a bite-sized yes. Good luck selling your idea to your boss.